I'm sure there are people here today who don't know me. So, my name is Kate Mayer. I'm a Jewish member of the Socialist Workers' Party. And I want to say very clearly what my stance is. My stance is that Israel is a racist, apartheid, colonial state, and they do not represent me, not in my name. My father and grandmother were refugees from the Holocaust, the only two to survive from the Romanian family. And they taught me all through my life that never... Now, I thought quite hard before I spoke today, because I think so many of us have been crying all week. I mean, genocide in darkness is still genocide. And we can see it happening in front of us. The Al Jazeera reporter whose family were killed while he was reporting live on air. The babies in incubators with no electricity. The 50,000 pregnant women who have nowhere to go in Gaza. It can feel all too much. But I think it's good that we're crying. It shows our humanitarianism. Because despite this disgusting government and Starmer and others want you to think, this is not a religious war. It's not. It's a humanitarian. And there are not two equal sides. One side is the oppressor, and that is the state of Israel, armed to the teeth by ours and the US government. It couldn't survive without that money from the US. That's what imperialism does. And our leaders, there's no sign of humanity from them, is there? They talk about a pause where children can be fed and then bombed. In the real world, amongst ordinary working class people, we want a ceasefire. But we want more than that, because a ceasefire is not enough on its own. We want an end to occupation. I want to address some of the things that Labour Party people have said, where they talk about Israel has the right to defend itself. And I had a look at the Jerusalem Post. And for people who don't know, before houses are bombed, the IDF ring people up and they say, "How are you? Is everything okay?" This is the Israeli military. We need to bomb your home now. In what world is that any sort of humanity? In what world is that defending yourself? Israel is an armed military state that could not exist without Western imperialism. And we want our governments to time Starmer opens his mouth, he creates more Islamophobia. Absolutely disgraceful. And we are not having it. The anti-racist movement in this country has defeated Nazis who come out in the streets with a united front every single time. And we will not be divided over Palestine. There is a danger when you watch what's coming out of Gaza of feeling helpless. But we're not helpless. A new group called Workers for Palestine blockaded the Elbit factory in Kent. Celtic were told not to fly Palestinian flags. They not only flew the flag, they sang for Palestine all through the game. You can play your part and we must be visible. You can play your part and we must be visible. Everybody has a role to play. My children, I've got 4 children and they're all grown up now, all walked out for Palestine over the years. They went to Allerton Grange. You can organise walkouts in your schools, your universities, in your workplace. And if you're not confident to do that, boycott. Boycott, divestment and sanctions because it's effective. I'll end with a poem, a bit of a poem from Maya Angelou, because I think it applies to Gaza. And she said, "You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I'll rise." Victory to the Palestinian resistance!
Free, free! Free, free! Free, free! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! From the river to the sea! Before we start our next speech, I just want to let you all know that we've got a brother at the back on his own at the moment who is setting up the mats for namaz. So if anybody is able to go and help him, then please do. Go to the back and help him set up the rows for namaz, please, because we will be starting at 2 o'clock, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.